Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I dodge and burn and also use frequency separation. I recently posted in a Facebook group called Build and Bloom. I'll link it down below if you're not a member already. It's a really helpful group of a lot of photographers, a lot of artists and creatives. So I posted this and people want to know how I did dodging and burning. So this would be the very before. This is the before, this is after I edit, and then I will be taking it into Photoshop, doing dodging and burning, and doing a little bit of frequency separation, and that way you can understand the look and learn how to do it. So basically, I did learn from other videos too as well, so I'll link their videos because they provided the actions for the frequency separation, and the dodging and burning you don't really need an action. I'll show you. So what we do, make sure you edit your picture in Lightroom or Photoshop, whatever you prefer. I prefer Lightroom, so I edit it here and then I do all my major changes like in Photoshop. So after you get it edited, it's really best to make sure there is zero grain. So if you want to apply grain afterwards, that's okay, but it's really best to have zero grain, taking it into Photoshop and doing the skin retouching. It makes it a little bit easier. So now if you're in Lightroom, all you gotta do, right click on your image here or down here and just say edit in Adobe Photoshop. Alright, we are back now. So I did find the file, and this is what it looks like when you take it into Photoshop. So we're going to take this image and turn it into this. Basically contouring, adding highlights, little highlights to her lips. Want to do Control J to copy your base layer. Then there's this little thing called curves. You want to click that. It'll bring up this little box. Click this little guy. It helps you, it'll pick the image in here and adjust the tone curve, as you can see on the tone curve. So what you want to do first, you can do either or, but I do the dodging first. So let's find the lightest part of the image. So it's about probably like right here, or like the tip of her nose. So you click, hold, drag up until you see it's not like the highlights aren't blown out. So after you do that, let go. I rename it to dodge, and then click the little white box. Do Control I on PC. I believe it's Command I on a Mac. It'll invert it, so that way if you use a white brush, you can apply the effect. So now go back to the tone curves. That's the dodge. Now we'll find the darkest part of the image, so like right here in her contour, or like you can pick from the neck. Basically just find the darkest, bring it down about like right there, and then rename this one to burn. And then do the same thing, click the whites, do Control I on PC, Command I on a Mac, and there you go. Let's get your brush tool. I set my opacity to 25% and the flow to 32%. That's what I found that works for me. You can always change that, of course. Go down here to your color, make sure you're on white, and make sure you have a total black selection as well. And then just pick the white brush, go to whatever one you want to start doing. So I'll do burn, start with that. So I zoom in a little bit, maybe like right here. Make your brush size a little bit bigger, and just start painting. Now you just gotta keep in mind the lights and everything, like how it would affect her face. I'm really new to this, so I probably don't have it exactly perfect how the human face actually looks like. So of course I'm still learning as well. And then you can just see what it looks like after you've have it painted on there. So take a look from far away. So it looks like it cuts off really bad, like right here. So I'll just paint a little bit. And then we'll just go in. I think the dodging part is probably my favorite. Let's just go in, add her highlight, go underneath the eye. You can also use this tool to lighten up the eyes. So basically now, that's the burn, this is the dodge. See, it was fairly easy. Okay, so that's done with the dodging and burning. Now, what you can do, what I do, probably people are not going to like this, but I just select the dodge, the burn, and the copy. I merge them all together to one file, or one photo. And then I go in here, my actions. I use Flern's frequency separation. To be honest, I don't know the difference between the 8-bit and the 16-bit. Yep, so I just play that. It has you pick the blur, basically the Gaussian blur. That's how you pronounce that. I usually pick around 5 or 6. We'll do 6. And it'll finish up. I go in here, go to the colored part of the frequency separation, because basically what it does is it separates the texture from the color. So if you disable the texture, it's just the color. There's no texture to the image. Disable the color, just has texture and I guess a little bit of color because of the previous layers, but you get the point. What I do Control J, copy the image, go up to filter, do the blur, make it 6. Okay, now once you have the copied layer copied, then you do the filter again, do the blur, click your image, hold the Alt button on PC, then go down here and click. Basically does the same thing, it inverts the effect. So now you go with the white brush and just paint where you want the area to be affected. Here in paint, try not to go over any harsh lines like the lips and everything, because it'll look too soft. Alright, and there you have it. That's how I do the dodging and burning and the frequency separation. Like I said, I will post down the Flern video to the frequency separation. That way you can download it. I believe it was free. He's a really awesome channel. That's how I've learned a lot of my tips and tricks. And that's the before, that's the after. It definitely really helps if you have good lighting to begin with. That way it's nice even light and you don't have to fix a lot of things. This light, I was really lucky. It was like sunset. The sun was behind her as the train was going behind her. But yeah, so this is the after, before, after. Definitely helps a lot. Well, if you did like this video, go ahead and just leave a like and comment down below how I can improve on my videos and what you want to see next. I am trying to work on a couple of presets for this look. Those will definitely come in the future. But yeah, subscribe if you like the channel, and I guess we'll see you in the next video. Bye!